Okay, here we are. We're going to go ahead and do lesson 6 for your language lesson. And this is actually a short lesson today. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the previous lessons we were talking about nouns and the different plural spellings. We learned the different rules about when to change this and when to add that and yada yada. We learned about the common and the proper. Remember, the proper nouns are specific names of person, place, or thing, or idea. And they're always uppercased. So remember that. Miss Proper must be uppercased. Common nouns can be anything, and they don't have to be uppercased. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to lesson 6, which is about personal pronouns. Now, I've never used this particular curriculum for a long time, so I've never used the earlier editions of this, but apparently there's some kind of little song or chant that you can learn these personal pronouns, which if you want to put it to a tune, you go right ahead, but if I try to, it's going to hurt your ears because I can't sing. So anyway, these are the personal pronouns that we need to learn. You probably should get them memorized, but most likely it's not that you're going to need to remember them. You will just learn to recognize them. So I, me, my, mine. You, your, yours. He, she, him, her, it. His, hers, its. We, us, our, ours. They, them, their, theirs. Now there is one I want to just point out to you. This one right here. Okay, there's two different ways that we can write its. Now this way without an apostrophe means that it is a personal pronoun. Okay, it's actually possessive because it's showing that something belongs to it. It's toy, or it's bed, or it's food, or whatever. So this without an apostrophe is a personal pronoun that's possessive. It shows possession. Now if you were to add an apostrophe there, it makes it into a contraction, and that's a total different animal because then it actually stands for two words. It is. Okay, so we'll cover that later on, but anyway, just wanted you to know that. It would be a good idea for you to read over these several times, maybe even write them down. A lot of times if I want to remember something, I have to write it down. So, all right, let's move to exercise 2 then. So what you're going to do in these sentences, and I'm going to have you pause it actually you can pause it or you can wait and do it when we're finished. It doesn't matter. But what you're going to do is you're going to read the sentence. And then you're going to go back in the sentence and you're going to take whatever it is that's underlined, whatever noun is underlined, and you're going to put the pronoun that we could have used here. And if you're not sure, look back up here because all of these are going to be personal pronouns. For instance, William Frederick Cody, a famous frontiersman, shot more than 4,000 buffalo in a year. William Frederick Cody became known as Buffalo Bill. Okay, the personal pronoun he could take the place of this. So you'd write he. Okay, so that's what you're going to do on all of these. I'm not going to do these with you. These should be pretty easy, and we'll go over these on Friday. Okay, so you can either pause it and go ahead and do that now, or you can let's wait till we finish this. This is the last thing that we have to do for the lesson. Now, the last exercise today is actually a rule, and you already know it. I know you do. It's to capitalize the word I. When I is by itself, you always capitalize I. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and do our dictation. But after we do the dictation, there's two sentences, and the first one's kind of long. But after we do it, I want you to go through and circle all the personal pronouns and try to do it without looking back if you can, just to kind of test yourself and see. Okay? All right, remember, let's do this the way that we were doing it when we were doing it on Zoom. So now since this is pre-recorded, if I say it and then you can't repeat it back, just rewind it a little bit and listen to it again, okay? We reviewed her robot and his computer program and awarded them first place for their project. We reviewed her robot and his computer program and awarded them first place for their project. You can pause it if you're not done writing. Okay, the next sentence. May I ask you to give me my prize ribbons? May I ask you to give me my prize ribbons? Okay, assuming you're finished writing that, don't forget to go back in the dictation and circle all the personal pronouns that you see. None of this is going to be graded. We're just going to go over it Friday to make sure you're, understanding it. And then don't forget to go up here and use your personal pronouns in place of each of the nouns, okay? And that will be all the lesson for today. Now tomorrow we're going to combine 2 lessons together, which won't be too bad. But anyway, that'll be all for today.